Tonight's racing show is sponsored by Chad Rat Construction, Henning Microsprint and Cage Kart Wings, Dirt Track Race Cars and Company, DirtTrackRaceCars.com, Brody Manning, and Brody Manning Motorsports. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to warm those race cars up. Tonight on the Josh Nolan and Oliver S. Full Throttle Racing Show, #1 on YouTube, we have with us racing sensation, race car driver, Caden Cordova. Welcome to the show, Caden.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
So, Caden, how did you end up in this awesome sport?
My dad's friend got a mini door for his daughter, and they were out testing at Willow Springs, and he wanted us to come out and see it. So we came out. I ended up jumping in, and I loved it. And we got one, and then we got Bando and went to late models.
So, you started out where you started out, and you went to Bando, and then you went to what was the other class?
So I went from mini dwarfs to bandoleros, and then I went to junior lates, and now I'm racing pro lates.
Okay, so with all those classes you raced, has it helped you get into the late models that you're in now?
Yeah, for sure. Just driving different cars and learning new things as I move up for sure helped.
Okay. So did you set some goals when you started racing?
Yeah, I wanted to win a junior late model championship before I started racing pros, but before that, I kind of just went out there and had fun.
Okay. So did you win a championship in junior late models then?
Yes, I won two back-to-back late models at Las Vegas.
Okay, very cool. So have you achieved some of your other goals in racing?
Yeah, we won a lot of races, kind of had some setbacks here and there, but for most of the part, yeah, we've been doing pretty good.
So what makes you love the sport so much, Caden?
Just the adrenaline flow, the people, the sound, the noise, the smell, just everything at the racetrack I love.
Okay. Does racing ever get stressful for you?
Um, yeah, we've had a couple downs, um, but we're always able to get past it and learn from it.
Okay. So what does a good race weekend look like for you?
Go to the track, have fun, cars running good. Get up there in the top five or so, and obviously, hopefully, win. But you know, that's about it.
So what does a day at the race shop look like for you then?
Um, we unload the car, work on it, put a setup into it if we have to. Go out there for first practice, see how the car feels. Go out for second practice, do some more adjustments, qualify, and then we do some adjustments for the race.
Okay. So how do you describe yourself as a race car driver, Caden?
Ooh. Um, I don't know. Like, I guess an athlete, a race car driver.
Okay. So what is your most favorite victory that you've had, Caden?
My most favorite what?
Victory that you've had in your racing career?
Oh, when I won at Las Vegas, I won on my birthday day, and that was pretty special to me.
Okay, very cool, very cool. When is your birthday anyway, Caden?
March 11th.
Okay.
So,
So what happens when you have a bad race weekend?
um, I learned from it because we videotape it. We got GoPros in the car, so I watched the tape, learned from it. We go over the car to see what was wrong with it, and if we can't find anything that was wrong with it or that we think was wrong with it, we'll call up some friends and they'll come down and take a look for it on it.
Okay. So how do you celebrate your victories, Caden?
Um, Nothing fancy. Just go out to dinner, do something if it's in Vegas, I'll go do something, with my dad and with my crew. But just dinner most of the time.
Okay. And at the end of your season, how do you thank your sponsors at the end of your season?
I did a post. I do a post with them. Then I also do a live speech at the banquet, and I appreciate all my sponsors.
How do you get along with your crew then, Caden?
Um, really good. I just none of them. I've never been mad at my crew ever. Maybe once because I thought the car wasn't handling right, but once we went after the race and checked it, I wasn't too mad.
Okay. So what is it like to be a race car driver?
A lot of stress for sure. You got to have really good grades to be in the sport. Just you got to have the right mentality too. Lots of practice. Think you're the best out there. Learn from other drivers and have a good time.
So are you a pretty good student, Caden?
Yeah, I have all A's right now. I got two honor rolls last year and one this year. So
So when you were talking about mentality, what do you mean by mentality?
um like you can't I feel like after a race you can't be putting yourself down or thinking that it's all of it's your fault, and just you got to think that you have to learn from that mistake and don't be mad or frustrated.
Okay. So what is your most favorite track you've raced on in your career, Caden?
Las Vegas, I love the wide open track and just the speed, and yeah, it's my favorite track.
So what's your least favorite track?
Madeira, for sure. Madeira, I mm-mm,
No.
no.
So
It's just
so Caden, where did your race car number come
When we first started, my dad's favorite number was 37, and I was 8 at the time, so I really didn't have a favorite number. So we just put it to 37 for that season, and I just liked it. So we always just kept it. We never changed it.
from? Okay. So Caden, I'm gonna toss the mic over to you. You can ask me some questions if you'd like.
Okay. Um, did you ever race?
Nope, I actually never have raced a car. Never have been a racing fan for 30 some years old.
Okay. Um, let's see. What's what? Oh, wait, that doesn't. What do you think? Um, do you think it's hard to be a race car driver?
I think it is. You gotta be have your mind totally focused to be a race car driver.
Yeah, I mean, especially for like 100 laps, . But
Yeah.
so. Um, wh- who's your favorite driver? Like NASCAR, just anything, just
Well, I follow quite a bit of different series, Cade. NASCAR wise nowadays it's Kyle Larson, but back before Kyle Larson it was Jimmy Johnson, and then before that it was Earnhardt Jr. and Earnhardt Sr. And then it was before that it was Rusty Wallace, Alan Kulwicki, and Davey Allison.
okay.
And then
Um,
IndyCar wise, it was Dan Weldon.
okay, I know. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Uh,
Yes.
that's it. I can't. I actually can't think of anything else, honestly.
So, Caden, do you know who Davey Allison is, or have you ever heard of that name?
No.
Davey, back in the day, was about your build, put it that way. He raced very talented young man. His dad raced, and then when he got into sport, he kind of followed in his dad's footsteps, and it just kind of took off from there. Because when he his dad won his final race was at Daytona in '88. Well, then he he finished second to his dad. Well, then he started winning races and stuff like that, and then his one of his biggest wins was the 1992 Daytona 500. Maybe was, and that year was just full of ups and downs. He had a lot of ups and a lot of downs. One of the biggest downs he had, Caden, was that I don't mind the puppy dog. Um, anyway, one of the biggest downs he had, Caden, was at Pocono Raceway in '92. He got tapped by Darrell Waltrip, and he flipped like 8 times going down the back straightaway through
How?
the grass, through the grass, and that was before they had roof flaps. And he ended up with broken ribs, a broken arm, and his eyes were literally bruised so badly that when he took the sunglasses off of his eyes were as black as my sweatshirt. It was
Oh
just,
yeah,
yeah,
I remember hearing about this now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
yeah. And they said, Davey, after a week or two, he's like, well, I'm going to get back in the car. And they're like, Davey, you can't. You've got broken ribs and a broken arm. And he's like, well, so he got a rib brace made. And what kind of time for him to drive the car, Caden? He literally, the, his arm, which would have been his right arm, he had literally, that was the one that broke. He literally put Velcro in his glove and literally Velcroed his glove right to the gear shift.
Oh,
And
so
he
he's
ran
just
a
with one hand.
he drove on the steering with one hand, and the other hand he had it on the gear shift, and it was just like, man, that guy was tough as nails.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah. Like Caden, do you have a racing page that the racing fans can follow you on?
Yeah, I have YouTube, Instagram. I did have a TikTok, but then I have a website too. My
Okay.
website's oh boy, my website's Caden Cordova Racing 37, and so is my YouTube and stuff like that, and my Instagram and my Facebook.
So go hit up Caden Cordova Racing 37 on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Definitely, because Caden would appreciate the fans as he gets further into his racing career. So,
Hmm.
Caden, have you started your season yet?
No, not yet. Our car's still being built actually, so it's almost
Okay,
done.
okay.
We're picking it up very soon.
So, Caden, one of the other questions I have for you is: are you going to compete against Brody Manning this year?
I don't on I as much as I would love to race Bodie Manning again, I don't think so because we're going to be running the Cars Tour West.
Okay,
Uh,
okay, okay.
but if we could, I for sure would again. So
Yes, yes. But thank you very much, Caden, for being on our racing show tonight, talking to us about your racing career. I will have you step out. I'm going to give a little racing news update for you there on here, and then I will call you and thank you in person. Okay?
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Yep. Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Caden Cordova from Bakersfield, California, nevertheless. Um, ladies and gentlemen, so little racing news update for you. Marcus Ericsson is debuting a new paint scheme on his car this year. It's going to be a blue car instead of his normal red and white car for Andretti Autosport. And he's driving for Andretti Autosport instead of Chip Ganassi Racing. But IndyCar is fast approaching. Also, Dale Coyne Racing announced they have two drivers lined up for them. One of them is Jack Harvey. But that NASCAR race today was quite crazy. Daniel Suarez won that race, the NASCAR race today, in a three-wide finish with Kyle Busch, and I can't remember who the other driver was, but yes, it was quite interesting photo finish race today at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And Kyle Busch won the Truck Series race yesterday also. But ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to sponsor a racing show or be on a racing show, feel free to text us or call us at 712-209-7138, or you can email us at jjnolan151@gmail.com. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have a good night. Catch you later on another episode of the Josh Nolan and Oliver S. Full Throttle Racing Show, hashtag on YouTube. And have an awesome week. Thanks. Bye.